TV, first interview of the year. We got Carns Hill. Okay, let's start off, like, talk about, like, where you grew up, what it was like, and things of that nature.
I grew up in Brixton now. I don't know, what do you kind of want to know? It's just pretty much
So I'm assuming
any estate.
that's how you got the name Carns Hill then.
No, Jazz was more carnage before. Let's kind of cut it down to Carns Hill. No, it's cut it down to Carns, and then all of us were all kind of making beats, me, Local, and C's. We're all from the hill, and that we just kind of put the hill at the end of our names and that.
So, like, around how old were you when you started producing?
Probably around, let's say, I think 15 or something.
Right, so from early then.
Yeah.
From your production, it sounds like
kids
it.
as well, man.
But like, so what were the first kind of things? Was it like Fruity Loops? Was it like
Nah, when I started, it was like Cubase, VST.
Cubase?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't really see no Fruity Loops or nothing like that back in the day, so I was just like working on Cubase in secondary school, man.
What do you think it was that got you into that then? Like, because obviously there's a lot of people that try that and like they don't like go in there. What do you think was like the main thing that said, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this producing thing?
I think when must have been when you know that you're going to change where you get to pick your curriculums and all that stuff in school. I must have picked uni, and I don't think I've ever been. No, I must have picked music, and I don't think I've ever been in the music area properly ever. And then so they gave us a little tour because that's the subject I picked, and then they showed us a studio, and I was like, what the fuck is this kind of thing? And I could see people just making beats there. I was for real, it's crazy. It's something I kind of want to do.
Yeah,
so
and I was wondering, like, are you classically trained? Because like, from like now, like I can hear the growth in the beats, and it sounds like you got a band in there or something. Like.
Well, yeah, from young I used to do piano lessons and guitar lessons, and I always used to do any sort of instrument there was.
So like you like incorporate that into the beats now.
Yeah, it just comes in naturally, kind of really, when I'm making music and stuff. And entwines with it anyway.
And what do you think it was about your sound that like attracted the likes of Blade, Brown and Youngs Teflon? Was it like, or was that like an organic kind of friendship kind of thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like more of an organic friendship where like we was kind of around the same social circles, was doing the kind of same thing and that same common goals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all of us all respect each other's art, so it kind of just worked. We all grew kind of together and doing what we was doing.
Yeah, and I see like from those relationships that translated into the OT series. Like, talk about how like the first OT project came together.
Well, that was a project that kind of you could obviously come to me like saying like, oh, you just kind of wanted to do just do like work on a project or a CD with someone and just do nothing but videos for them. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I've got a CD that will coming out. It's kind of a compilation CD, but it's just us lot. It's just like us lot here and then. Let's see what we could work out of it. Kind of shot the first one, just kind of freelance. Like we just see how that went, and then kind of took it from there. The whole OT thing was never written. Like it was all impromptu.
Yeah, organic kind of thing.
It was all impromptu. There was no lines, no scripts. It was kind of all on site. Like we'll start at the beginning saying we'll practically make the storyboard there and then. At the beginning, like, okay, we'll watch the last episode and like, all right, where do you want to take this? Where do you want to do? So you kind of had the freedom to do anything when I was there.
Yeah, for me, I think that's when the best things come about, when it's just like organic, straight from the roots kind of thing. And like, so from that, what was the transition onto the second one? Because like for me, like when I listened to the first one, I could hear like that was like the straight rap, straight. I could feel like the pain, like. And then the second one, I could say was like a transitional thing. Like, what would you say was like the growth onto the second OT?
I think the second OT was more confident, so it was more. Where the first one was just kind of we could do what we wanted in it because there's no kind of structure or no expectations and stuff. The second one had the expectations, so I think it was more structured than organic on the second one, where I kind of had to live up to something from the first one, or everyone who had to play or had listened to the first one or whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's always the difficulty with the second one because you got like something to live up to basically. Like,
and people always say it's never better than the first, innit? So you're always gonna have that whole criticism naturally with it.
Yeah, and with the OT, like I see like the evolution through the first, the second, and the third. I'd say like in my opinion, I think the sound changed to like trap kind of like more up tempo, like proper feel the beats. Like, what would you say? Like, how did we get onto the third one?
I think the third one is just I just thought to myself, I'm just making some different type of shit, but I just gonna make it bouncy. Like like just not just so you can just listen to it and feel it, but I want you to feel it and then be able to nod your head and dance it or whatever you want to do to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put all of those aspects in it, but still be original as well, organic. So this, I didn't really care what people thought about it. I just did what I wanted to do, whatever beats I wanted on there, how I wanted them to sound.
Oh yeah, I can like. Do you feel like you got better because it sounds like your sound is like refined? I'd say on the third one.
Yeah, it's just more that I'm not caring, just doing what I wanted to do. It's not that rare.
It's free spirit.
Just do what I want. You know what I'm saying? If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah,
it's still what I want and what represents me.
Yeah, I think it came out well as well. And I see on there like you got like some 6-7 members like LD Monkey. Like, what do you think about their success this last year? Like the Mobile nomination, the Rated Award. I think on Link Up TV they had like the most views through the whole of 2016. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, man. They're my little brothers, and still, man. So, you get me? It's nothing but success for the whole family, really.
What do you think are the ingredients behind that? What would you say? What would you say? Like, what do you think is the reason that people are just? Because like you look on all of their videos, millions of views. Like,
because it's organic. Because there's nothing. It's not fabricated what they're talking about. It is what they're talking about, even though it might be violent, but there is violence in the world, and just these are things that are happening in the streets, and there's a lot of people that can relate to it, and it's been hidden by the media. And that 6-7 is kind of like a forefront to show you like this is what's happening in the world, this is what's going on. It's not as pretty and glamorous as you all think it is, and it's all been hidden.
Yeah, I think like
so that you can kind of see that and watch it and think to yourself, and people that from north, east, southwest could relate to it and say that, "Rare, do you know, this is how I live." And this
it's not even like about area thing. It seems like
no, it's nothing to do.
All over the world, isn't it? Really,
it's a thing. You can see that you can relate to these people that they're talking about what I'm talking about. This is not fabricated. This is not something that's been manufactured and put in my face for me to like. This is like uncensored, real music, which you can't beat.
Yeah, and coming off that, like you see the youngers like R6, you see he got like 1 million views in under a month, like and then ST he got like I think it's like 250,000 like in just over a week. What do you think it's like the crud and the violence that people are attracted to as well? Like,
no, I don't think. I think that's just what people point out. I think people could just relate to when they see like if you see someone like an 18-year-old, he's dressed like you, he's around the same surroundings as you, like he's also spitting what he's saying can relate to your life as well. There's nothing you can do but take to it, because that's like you naturally go to what you know, innit? It's like if you're in an area and there's Colombians, you've got some white people, you've got some Spanish people, you've got some black people. You as a black person is naturally going to walk to the black people because that's who you're going to feel comfortable standing with.
That's true.
Black people naturally just feel comfortable with what they're seeing and know they can relate to it. So I think that's what makes them more take to it.
And I wonder, like you talked about the violence and stuff. Like, what do you say to like politicians who say, that encourages violence, that kind of music, or like radio execs who they say, I don't want to play this type of music and things like that. What's your take on that?
Those, they're better off just like we could go for the whole study of talking about movies and movie show violence and
that's what I was thinking, innit? Like Tarantino can do the same thing, innit?
But all that stuff is like it's really and truly at a point where it's not even relevant anymore. If they really don't want to play our shit or whatever, all this stuff, it doesn't matter because it's all on the internet. Everyone has phones now. It's not even, it can't be censored or controlled how it is, or how it was before. That's why these platforms are dying. That's why labels are dying. That's why record shops are dying, because everything's easily accessible, where all the power's in the artist's hands. So that's why they had the whole situation. They tried to ban, or they banned LD from being like from rapping for 2 years, because they understand how powerful like him talking is, where they actually have to try to ban him from literally performing the art.
That's
It's
true.
got to that point where
And I always say it's better they're doing music, they're doing other stuff, like doing like.
no, but then they don't want them doing music in it, because they know they've got influence over a mass, which they don't want them to. You know what I'm saying? If you can have a group that can say something or talk, and
Or millions of people.
and millions and millions of thousand people listen to the words they say, then that's not something the government really want in the hands of us.
Yeah, I get you. And yeah, I'm also with these interviews, I'm all about positivity, spreading good vibes. Like I wanted to say, like, if you could say like a good message or whatever advice to the youngers out there, like throwing their lives away to like just like different temptations, like what would you say? Like obviously you're on a good path of production. What could you say to them? Like,
I'd just say, just do what feels right in your life, innit? You've got one life to live. No one can't like make your own choices. Know whatever choices you make, you have to live with them. And that's what I tell anyone, like any young bucks around, man, or nothing, or that come around my facility like rare. Because remember, it's your life, innit? When you go jail, it's your family that's got to look after you. As much as a man then drop you a little change or this and that, get me, it affects you. At the end of the day, it's you gonna be sitting down there. It's you's got to deal with these things. It's you gonna have this on your conscience. No one else, but you got to live with it, innit? So we just got to remember that. Obviously, we're a family, but we're also individuals and stuff.
yeah,
So we say respect yourself, respect others, and yeah, man, live good.
So basically, like everything has a consequence. Like what,
of course, man.
what you give out is what you get
that's
back.
What you get
innit?
back, man. Straight. 100%.
Okay, yeah. Well, let's go on to like family first. Like, talk about what can we expect from that. What are the major singles you're looking to push on that and that?
I've got a couple ones. There's a tune with Get Mine Down with Mucky, Tef, LD and Reeks. I think we're shooting a video for that tomorrow. There's the next single. There's a couple of ones. They're coming. They're just getting the videos ready and stuff. I think there's a couple singles out. I can't remember really. Do you know, I've got so many projects and stuff going on right now.
I know. I saw there was Wicked and Bad. There was like Marky's tune. There was Reeks and B. Like who are like the main features on there that you think the people are gonna feel this?
I can't even tell you. When we make music, it's like these people are my friends, innit? So it's not been a thing like I've made this CD intentionally to say this is the single, this is whatever. It's more of a thing like we just come together and make good music, and we just hope everyone likes it. It's not like it's not orchestrated. It's just how we live our lives and representing what's going on.
And yeah, I don't know if you look like under the comments on like your videos, but people are like, oh, Carns Hill's a magician, beat extraordinaire, like what, like so obviously people are like receptive to your sound. Like if you could say like there's 5 rappers out there like American or UK like for 2017, who do you think you'd like want to work with? Like whose sound do you like at the moment? Would you say like apart from the people you're already working with?
Do you know what it is? I listen to everything. Like literally everything.
What, like other than rappers or like other genres?
Yeah, I listen to everything. Anything that comes on, if it sounds good, like I'll listen to it. But I've had to like just from, because obviously when I was actually studying music in uni and stuff, we'd have to like listen to hours of classical music and
yeah, I can hear it in your music.
Hours of rock and break it down and analyze it. Hours of different things, so it's not really a thing like I can turn around and say, oh, this, if it sounds good, if it's produced right and I can feel the energy that you're making from it, I'll listen to it. I'm not really biased like that. I've got my particular favourites, like I'll go and bang some Gucci Mane and all that stuff, but music in general, I'll listen to anything. I haven't got like...
Well, is there anything that like surprised the people that you listen to? Or, like?
I don't know. Probably, because I listen to everything. Yeah, you come in the studio and people be like, what the fuck are you listening to?
Mm.
I might listen to some mad African drums, or I might be listening to some Indian music, or some, you get me? Some just nonsense, some Chinese,
Yeah, I
some
see
Chinese
like you
bells or something. I might be listening to anything. If you just got a wave and I can hear it. I might be listening to some shit that's not even in our language, in English. Might be in Spanish or something, but if I can fuck with the groove and I can hear what's going on, I'll listen to it.
Okay, so like, back to Family First. So when's it out, and where can people get it from?
Family First is out on the 29th of January, 2017, so I'm lost. Fucking.
I know.
Pre-orders are out now. Let's see. Yeah, you get all digital outlets. Amazon
like
On Demand,
iTunes, Apple.
Spotify, everything. Pre-orders are on iTunes right now. That's going on right still. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And before we get out of here, like, just plug in your social medias. Like, where can people follow you? Where can people find you?
Just console everything. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, anything. Just type in console, you'll probably something will come up.
Okay, then.
I kept it simple for everyone.
Yeah, I know, easy to find. Okay, I think with that, we're out. ACTV. Thanks, Console, giving me my first
Thanks for the energy, bro.
Appreciate it.